He's an enigma. He's quite scary to play, because he doesn't have natural empathy. He looks very suspicious of many things, which he may or may not have done, but he is capable, and he is dangerous.
He has a slight messiah complex. I think he wants to save the world. He's got that sort of down and out in Folkestone and Calais approach to life. He thinks there are poor and needy people out there, the prostitutes and the drug addicts and the asylum seekers that require his help.
And action!
Here he is. Voucher man. I sometimes take things a bit serious on set, but luckily Keeley's there to mess about and smile.
He's played lots of very dark characters, but he's actually very funny and just a very sweet guy. The last thing that I came in and shot was her suffering this overdose from where she's been stealing medication from the lovely Liz. Oh God! A national treasure.
Such foolish girls, eh, Suze?
And we did these scenes and she was brilliant, and I just thought, you're such an inspiration, because we can all go on forever and still be doing brilliant scenes like that when we're 94. I'm just coming today to do my coma scenes, hence my beautiful outfit. I always feel like giggling, it's awful.
Suze went off the rails, and Stephen feels incredibly responsible for that as her older brother, to keep her safe.
She was in the 90s, probably around the whole sort of Britpop cocaine explosion. She was a party girl, she did PR for the Stars. Then she started to fade and it started to go a bit wrong.
I think Suze is incredibly sad, and when I first met Dominic Mawle, we had a chat about people like Suze, that sort of inevitably, if you've grown up in a city and you've been clubbing and you see people who sort of don't know when to stop. And, other people start going off and doing things with their lives and sort of getting out of that, just growing up, really. Suze is just somebody who hasn't been able to get out of that cycle.
They have a very dark past. Do you remember those holidays on Tresco?
There was abuse and they just had an awful time without a mother there. So they grew up clinging to each other.
Suze. He's in love with his sister. And he wants his sister both physically and mentally and in a soul sense. So he wants to own her fully. Stay away from my sister.
Your sister?
Do you think you frighten me? Do you think I'm one of the girls you can just slap about?
Yeah.
My relationship with Stephen is strained. I suppose we are two people who both want to be the sort of top dogs in her life.
I like your sister. She wriggles in bed. So why all the hostility? Because you can't have her.
Anthony is abusing women. Anthony is making people impure. Anthony is propagating what his father did to both him and his sister. And so, in a sense, he's the devil. Would you have this man removed from this room?
He probably blames me for a lot of things that are going wrong with Susie's life and the position that she's in.
Who did she phone? Who did what was needed? I saved her. You couldn't do that. You can't do anything.
Anthony has cruelly taunted Stephen. He has a way of knowing all his weak points. He knows the complexity of his relationship with his sister. He knows all his impulses. He's able to sort of psychologically really put the screws on him. And when Stephen cracks, he really cracks. Once he's killed Anthony, he's kind of doomed. He doesn't even really try that hard to conceal it. He goes on the run. And when he is finally cornered, he, rather than take a life in prison, which he knows he's going to get, he commits suicide. And at the time, they still have a fairly strong belief that he might be the truth terrorist.
Can you hear me? Suze, were you taken?
this incident with the overdose, something like this would have had to have happened to Sue in order for her to change her life and take stock maybe and get some help and, sort herself out.